Welcome back to the latest episode of TT Plays. My name's Sung Soo, and I know I said I wouldn't do another Arisanna video, but I'm pretty excited, and it's because Cosmic Panda, shout out Cosmic Panda, always watches my videos, always comments, really do appreciate you, mentioned, could we make a deck around that 2-costing thing for Scry the Stars? Okay, so he's of course talking about the Elysian Astrolabe, and Hindered, which is the worst keyword in the game, materialize this card only if the last card in your material deck, and only if your starting material deck size was 12. But if you tap it, exhaust it, until the end of the turn, you may pay 0 rather than paying star calling costs when you do Glimpse 5. So we would basically be able to, if we had a Glimpse, resolve any one of those cards for a 0 star calling, resolve that card, trigger a Glimpse 5, and we could play every card in our deck. So if we're already saying Arisanna is in top tier, can we just turbo Astrolabe out and get it to work? And I think we can, and I'm really excited to do it. I've been thinking about it all day since I saw the comment, so I want to go ahead and make the deck. So let's go to Sylvie. Let's create a deck. Let's find settings. Start a new deck. Yep, start a new deck. Danger zone? What is this? What is this? I'm going to save the deck. I don't want to save it. Let's just, okay. So let's start with Arisanna. I want you. And this is a legitimate question about whether we want to do countertop or star calling. My guess is we're going to need to get lucky and star call a Comet Fall to stabilize. So I'm going to go Astral Zenith for now. Because we have to materialize 11 cards out of our deck first, there's a chance that we go here because we're going to be living on level 3 for a while. This lets us easily put cards down to get other materializations. But I think for right now, we're going to go Astral Zenith. So obviously, these are heroes here. Next up, we have to determine our element. And hear me out here. We're going to go Wind. Right? We're going to go Wind. So now we need other cards. Spelling's hard. We need the Astrolabe. I don't know if we want the Astroscope. I think tentatively do, but that does slow us down. That means we have 2 Umber cards here. Now, what's the first way that we can cheat cards out of a material deck? Well, Quicksilver Grail is basically 2 materializations in 1 card. So I want to go with the Grail, right? Because we're going to play it, we're going to banish it. And the reason we're going with Wind, I'm going to bounce around here a little bit, is I want my flicker effects. So I want Dungeon Guide. I want 4 Dungeon Guides to level us up quickly. But Dungeon Guide reads, on enter, you may banish 2 cards from your memory. And one of the tricks that Wind mages do is they flicker it, because when the Dungeon Guide returns to play, we get the second materialization. So we're going to hope to flicker Dungeon Guide once. And that's going to be our first materialization speed up. Our second is going to be the Quicksilver Grail, which basically gets us a second materialization setup. So now instead of having 12 materializations that we need to resolve, right, we're down to 10. So you kind of get where we're going here. So what if we Zephyr, suppress target ally, right? To suppress an object, banish it, and return it to the field. What if we Zephyr the Quicksilver Grail? Right? Huh? You with me? That takes us. So every time we Zephyr the Quicksilver, we go from it's 2 materializations. So now instead of 12, if we're able to displace the Dungeon Guide once, that gets us down to 11. Dungeon Guide by default gets us to 11. If we displace it, that gets us down to 10. If we Zephyr a Quicksilver, right, the Quicksilver gets us from 10 to 8. We Zephyr it, now we're all the way down to 6. Right? Okay. The other place my brain went, and we need to look for other flicker effects, is what about bullets? So hear me out here, right? Like, there are ways to materialize bullets from your material deck. So we have munitions here. We have rapid reload here. And these are both playable by non-clerics, by non-rangers, right? It just says material as a bullet card. Material as a bullet card. I'm tempted. I'm definitely tempted. What bullets do we have access to? Let's take a look here. Oh, sorry, subtype. Uncheck all these. Give me bullets. Apply. Like, do we put 2 bullets in play? Literally has no text. Yeah, I guess we would have been really lucky if one of these had like ETB text on it. They don't, but like, tentatively, I'm going to do it. Like, how many bullets do we think? Let's just do 2. Why not? Let's do 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just need a couple more here. Let's get a tariff ring. Because a tariff is going to be useful. Tar. Oh, I still have the bullet filter. Apologies. And again, sorry, this video is going to be all over the place. I'm honestly really excited about this. It's going to be great. Do we just get a gun? On kill, you may pay 2 if you do materialize a bullet. Do we just get a gun? On kill, materialize a bullet, right? So the bullets we have are both 1 strength and 2 strength. What if we remove this to grab a taser shot? Isn't taser... Where's taser? Taser. Oh, taser's still 1. Okay, so it really doesn't matter there. I mean... I don't know. What other guns are there? I don't hate that. Do you guys hate that? Am I being ridiculous here? I mean, we're already being ridiculous. Are we being too ridiculous? Because the worst case, we just materialize these as dead materializations. Pumpy costs 1 and has a class bonus. Quick draw only draws a card on class bonus. This is just on kill, pay 2, materialize a bullet. We're going to do it. Okay. Okay, so we're going to materialize a Seeker's Rifle. We're somehow going to get a bullet out. And if we get the kill here, we get to reload the second bullet. We've got cards. I want the bullet cards. Let's go for it. Who cares? We're memeing the crap out of this. We've got 8 cards that materialize a bullet from our bullet deck. And then we also want to grab Beseech, right? Beseech. Obviously not the best speller. Beseech is just materialize a card from your material deck, right? Great. Is there anything else that says materialize? Can we search for that here? Materialize. Return. Oh, that is the opposite of what I want to do. Do we play? Oh, nope. Class bonus. That doesn't do anything. Champion cards. I like the guide. I don't think that's really what we're going for here. Beginning of your recollect phase. Nope, that's not what we're going for. Load Soul Camelot. Whenever you activate a win card, you may negate its activation if you do so. Nope, that's not going to work. We're thinking about, but that's not going to work. We can't use terror cards. Okay, so we have nothing else that cheats out materialization. This did search up the Beseech the Wind. Okay, so let's look. Are there any other displace or flicker effects? Let's look for suppress. Nope. No relevant text on that. Oh, it's a Clark. It's a suppress target ally. Perfect. Let's run 4 of those. Activate only if purse is distant. Okay, now I like this, but I feel like we're going too memey. I don't think that's going to work. Suppress up to 1 target ally and opponent controls. Nope, that's not going to do it. Scattered Gust, put an enlightened count on the champion. Suppress up to 2 target allies. 2 is in fact more than 1. Is there a world we go here? So Gale is another way for us to suppress our dungeon guide, is what I'm thinking. There's no character materialization, right? Materialize. Is there a character that materializes a bullet? That would be perfect. Like, this is everything the keywords off material. I don't see an ally that materializes a bullet. The only one I know about is the supply drone, and that's a class thing. And that obviously doesn't get us what I want. But okay, so hear me out. We're obviously powering through leveling Arisanna. In the mix, at some point, we're going to materialize this Seeker's Rifle. People are going to be real confused and be like, what are you doing with that Seeker's Rifle? We'll be like, don't worry about it. We're going to shoot people with it. When we do, why are we doing that? Because if we can load a bullet and kill something, we can materialize another card. So this little 3-card combo here, right? We materialize 2, we kill something, we get the 3rd materialization. Okay, cool. Quicksilver Grail comes down, suppresses something else. We're going to Zephyr it to get something else out. Dungeon Guide, we're going to flicker with our various effects. We have Displace, and we have Gale there in order to suppress the Dungeon Guide, and that's going to move us along there. Like, we could go Disorienting, right? But that's Return to Hand. I don't think we need that. Okay. So okay, now we just need our glimpse cards now, right? Let's forget. We still need our core. We need to be able to glimpse when we get there. We need 4 Scry the Stars. This is what we're going to use for fuel for the actual Scry the Stars. We need to be able to find the Scry the Stars. I would run around 4 astrocytes personally. Are there any other of these that we think is interesting? No. Fairy Whispers? Yeah, of course we want Fairy Whispers. It's a glimpse card in our element there. A glimpse 3, reveal the top card. If it's a win card, put it into your hand. So if we star call this, we're going to have to do that blind. But if we're star calling, we're already ahead. Automatons. I don't think any of the automatons are what we want. I think we need more glimpse effects. I'd be tempted to run Serum of Wisdom. Let's just add Serum of Wisdom in. That's the glimpse 3, draw a card into memory. Okay, we have absolutely 0 floating memory. We're not currently running the Navigates the Street package. We're only at 48 cards. We are absolutely going to get run over by ally decks. Are we peaceful? I definitely think we want fast cure, right? We're very much a fast cure deck. Oh, we need the rest of the Astro cards. Derp. We need our wins. Seal we can come back to. Calling. Tempting. Let's come back to that. I think we want 4 Comet Calls. I think we want 4 Cosmic Bolts. That gets us 16 Astro. That's plenty. We really can't afford to go heavier than that. That's a 60 card deck. Oh my god. Do we just get die? Probably. Okay. Is just a pile of garbage. Yeah, probably. But we're going to try it. Okay, so we've got... hear me out here. Let's put this up top here. We have Dungeon Guide. She's going to speed our materialization up. We have 8 cards to flicker the Dungeon Guide to get us the second Dungeon Guide trigger. Cool. That speeds our materialization up there. We have 8 cards that materialize a bullet from our deck. Why? Because we're just cheating cards out of our deck. We've Beseech the Wind. What does Beseech do? Well, it's phenomenal. It materializes a card from our material deck. We have Zephyr. This suppresses target ally or regalia. Could we use this on Dungeon Guide? Yes, but the big brain play for that is the Quicksilver Grail. The first time we materialize Quicksilver Grail, we're going to banish another card from our materialization. Cool. It's out of the material deck. We don't care. We're going to flicker it, and you know what's going to happen? We're going to do it again. There's so much value there. We could also use the Quicksilver Grail to put the Astrolabe under it. Okay, sure. Who cares there? We need another card. I probably just want to draw a card. Is there a cleric thing we want here? I don't know. Let's look for what's cleric-y. Class, cleric, apply. Oh, it's probably the draw up to 3 cards and shuffle that amount of cards into your deck. Cost 1. We could run Orb of Regret. I think it's the necklace. Free to materialize, so we'll get that discount no matter how we materialize it, whether we're using Beseech or something else. It gets us that glimpse 4. We need the glimpse on the board. Excuse me. Sacrifice 3 herbs. Look at the top 6 to remove a potion. Nah, that's not what we're doing here. This is not enter draw card. It does cost us 1. That's not going to work. Chalice of Blood we do love. I could definitely see Chalice being there. Let's grab the Necklace of Foresight for now. Okay. Here is our absolutely loaded materialization deck. Spirit of Wind. Phenomenal. Why do we have Wind? It's just real good. Okay, that doesn't do what I thought it did. Arisanna, we just need her. Arisanna, right? Thick Thighs Save Lives. We just need her. We're going to Arisanna Astral Zenith. Why? Because we like the Star Call and we think we're going to have to hit a Comet Fall off the top. We're then going Elysian Astrolabe. This is our win con. This is what we're going for. Materializes only if it's the last card in your deck, and only if your starting material deck size was 12. Well, we got 12. How are we going to cheat this out? I'm going to use Quicksilver Grail. Quicksilver Grail is 2 materializations in 1. I'm going to use this rifle because it says if we kill an ally, I can pay 2 and I can materialize another bullet. I've got 2 bullets, 1 to load in the Seeker's Rifle the first time, the second for the on-hit trigger here. I've got a Tariff Ring. Actually, you know what? We're done with the Tariff Ring. We're going full in on this bullet plan. I want another bullet in the deck here. Reset that. Subtype. Just because we're running those 8 cards in main to materialize a bullet, like, yeah, give me a taser shot here. Right? Yeah. My brain says yes, which probably means it's a horrible idea. Last but not least, we have Necklace of Foresight, and we have the Astrolabe. These are just like glimpses that we have on the battlefield. All right, for the main deck, we have Zephyr in order to flicker our Quicksilver Grail, or possibly our Dungeon Guide. Displace an Enchanting Gale to flicker this as well. Note, we could also use these defensively to try to keep ourselves alive, which is a concern. We might need something in this deck that says, please stop punching me in the face, because we have absolutely zero interaction. Yeah, we obviously don't have enough interaction. But let's build the deck, let's play the deck, and then we can circle back and talk about that. We've Beseech the Wind. Materialize a card from our materialization deck. Maybe we need that Terrafring after all. We need Serum of Wisdom. We need Rapid Reload. Actually, I want the Terrafring back. I am going to remove this because I don't want multiple Astra things there, and I'm going to add a Terrafring here. Okay, that gets us a Terrafring. So we have the Necklace of Foresight to sit on the board. I don't want to banish this until we trigger the Astrolabe, but that gets me the glimpse there when I'm able to resolve the Scry the Skies. Wait, do I even need that? Does Scry the Skies have glimpse on the end? No, Scry the Skies itself does not glimpse. Correct, it just triggers a glimpse if we start call. Yep, okay, so that's what we're doing there. Sorry, to recap, we use Astrolabe. What's our start calling cost? 0. We then play Scry the Skies. This is our sorry, the other thing says everything has star calling. This says our star calling costs 0. We're going to slag that whole thing. This says, Scry the Sky says, everything in our deck has star calling X, where X is the reserve cost, and then has Glimpse 3 tacked onto it. This says, until the end of turn, you may pay 0 rather than paying a star calling cost when you do Glimpse 5. So we'd activate this first, then we would do Scry the Skies. So we don't need a recurring Glimpse on the field. We might not need Necklace of Foresight. We are out of bullets, though. So we're still sticking with this route. Okay, yep, so we're going to Beseech the Wind. I'm going to grab a Seeker's Rifles from the Beseech the Wind. I'm going to materialize a bullet with one of these sweet bullet materialization cards here. Rapid Reload. Materialize Munitions. I'm then going to shoot an ally. I'm going to kill it because my bullets are going to do 3 damage. 4 if I grab this sweet plated bullet. If this card would be banished, put it into... Oh, I don't want that. Oh, no. I don't want that. And that doesn't appear to be optional. No. This is renewable crap. Ugh. All right, I'm less excited about the Seeker's Rifle because this really just keeps us neutral. I still like the bullet plan. We're going to leave it. The renewable is a big... I really don't like renewable now. Man, I was so excited. I still like being able to materialize the bullets. Maybe these just become better cards then. This is literally our only interaction. You know, we're going to keep the deck. We're going to keep the deck the same. Renewable sucks, but that's okay. Yeah, we're going to keep it. We still have this place package. This we have Serum of Wisdom. Again, Glimpse. Replaces itself by drawing a card into the memory. Helps us find that Comet Fall. What do we need Comet Fall for? Well, it's a board wipe because we don't have a board. We have Astrocyte in order to help us find our Scry. We have Fairy Whispers to help us find it. Also gives us late game Glimpse here. Fast Cure to just help keep us alive. Is there a better card for Serum of Wisdom that just keeps us alive? Peaceful Reunion. Resolute. Those are very tempting cards. Do we just put Healing Potion in there? The Glimpse, again, might be useful to find the Comet Fall. Glimpse, again, can be used without Scry just to find the Scry the Skies. Is that healing potion? Like, what are my potion options? Potion, reset there. That's not it. Return target marker potion card from graveyard to hand. I don't want to do that. Enhance potency. If you do the next time a potion, copy the ability. You may choose new targets for it. Like, do we run Potion of Healing and Enhanced Potency to heal 10? That feels way too janky, and we're kind of already... It feels too janky. Okay, the whole deck is janky. That's a good point. We're going to stick with this. We're going to stick with this plan. I'm going to take it to my locals. It's going to do real bad, but I want to see how it does. So let's put cards in here. I'm just going to add one-ofs that we think are, like... We should consider these if we're actually going to take this deck semi-seriously. Semi-seriously being in quotations, obviously. Resolute is real good. Resolute. Yep, one of those. Peace. Peaceful. Please don't attack me. What are the other cards? What's the wind card? The assassin card that says you can't damage me. Come on, guys, help me out here. Veiling Breeze. It's the other card that might be able to keep us alive here. All right. So the sideboard cards here are things we might want to add. The main deck is just full on for the memes. Can we get there? Can we quickly materialize the Astrolabe and win the game? Terraforming binds our opponents up. Is there another materialization that like slows our opponents down? I don't want to look through all of these right now. There's like multiple pages in here. I can't. Is there something else that is going to slow our opponent down from a materialization standpoint? Element is gotta be normal or water. Does this naturally do a or clause, or is this end? Or excellent, great API rating. You guys know anything else that naturally kind of slows our opponents down? Maybe it's one of these that like limits incoming damage, like cleric robes. Maybe no, that's just not good enough. We can't even trick ourselves into thinking that card's good enough, right? If this wasn't card negative, I would consider it. And I understand why it's card negative, because that effect is so good on Choking Fumes. The Great Shield. Bobble does the opposite of what we want. Power Charge Shield. Target unit gains Vigor. That doesn't help us. Draw a card. Like, we might need Interceptors in the deck. We might need something. We might... I don't know. The deck probably needs a bunch, but we're not there yet. Scale is an interesting one, right? Scale of Souls. Lets us recover if we balance. Lets us put a card from memory into your hand. And you can put one of the cards that you just put down there, right? Because you're going to pay cost and then resolve it. So I can just put 2 cards down to put one back into my hand. That allows me to balance if I have a 2-card hand, right? In order to hit that recover too. Channeling Stone? I don't really need Channeling Stone. Chalice of Blood, again, just for us getting the gas and just going, might work here. Excalibur. I can't see one here. If I want to close an attack with a unit for the 3rd time, Surveilling Stone. Again, I don't think that's good enough. I think Terraforming is definitely the best staunch holdup. There might be some consideration for getting a sword, just so we can kind of hold up here. Orb of Regret is another one we kind of mentioned. But I think I'm okay with that just for now. So, Rushed Arisanna. Goal is to get out the Astrolabe. Why? The Astrolabe combos with Scry the Stars, which I very poorly described, but Scry the Stars basically has an alternative casting cost. We banish the Scry the Skies. We run 4 Scry the Skies. This gives us Star Calling X, where X is this card's Glimpse cost. Glimpse 3. So this has us Glimpse 3 immediately upon resolving it. We would also need to have tapped this. You may pay 0 rather than Star Calling costs, right? When you do Glimpse 5. So every time we star call, we glimpse. Every time we glimpse, we're going to find something that has star calling, right? And then we're just going to keep going through the chain. We're going to dump out our whole deck. What does dumping out our whole deck does? Well, not a lot, to be fair, but we're going to Comet Fall 4 times, and we're going to Cosmic Bolt 4 times, and that should kill people. If they give themselves Spell Shield, we literally die. That's not our problem right now. If that becomes a legitimate problem, we'll put counter spells in the deck, but we are far, far and away from that being an actual issue. The material deck is all about getting stuff out quickly. We're cheating stuff out with the Quicksilver Grail. We're going to flicker and suppress it. We're going to flicker and suppress our dungeon guides to speed our levels up. We're going to go from 1 to 2 to 3 as quick as we can. And we're going for efficiency in materializations, not efficiency in material costs. We've got bullets. Why do we have bullets? Because we're devoting 8 cards to materializing bullets. This might be too much. We might need to go 4 cards here. That's right. We're keeping the bullets. We've Seeker's Rifle. We can shoot someone if we want. We really don't want to because of this horrible renewable rule. The only reason I think it might be okay is because we have so many of these bullet cards. So maybe we just materialize the other bullet because there's a chance we materialize all 3 bullets and we're just, I don't know, we can't do anything else. Tear of Ring to slow our opponents down. Necklace of Foresight. Also, with Quicksilver Grail, we need cards we don't care about, and that is this row right here. The bullets and the Seeker's Rifle, if they go under the Quicksilver Grail, we don't care, right? We literally do not care. That's the deck. Sideboard cards. Potency is an interesting card, considering pairing it with Potion of Healing. Resolute Stand. Peaceful Reunion, Veiling Breeze for our please stop killing me. I'm just playing a meme deck for the love of God. Let's save this deck. I love this deck. Arisanna. How do I spell? It's an SSANNA. Memes. What's the name of that card? Astrolabe. Labe or lab? Lobby. I'm real bad at spelling. I'm sorry, everyone. We're going to call it Turbo. Spelling. Material. All right, we did it. Turbo Material. Publish this deck. I'm really excited about this. I know I said I wasn't going to give you another Arisanna video. My brain just couldn't get this out of my head. We're doing bullets. We're doing Quicksilver Grail. We're getting to Labe as quick as physically possible. Is this going to be good? Probably not. But I guarantee that you and your opponent are going to have a giant smile on your face when it works. When your opponent is trying to figure out what the F your deck is doing, it's going to be amazing. I'm taking this to my locals. I hope you guys sleeve this up and play it. Please let me know what you think of it. I would appreciate any likes and subscribes at the bottoms. I promise we'll get to Polkark next week. Until next time, everybody, cheers. Happy gaming.